Hey, welcome back to a very new video. But if you're new here, my name's Katja, and on this channel I talk mostly about K-pop, language studies, books, manga, basically all the things that I love in life. And for this week's video, we start the week on a Tuesday because later this afternoon Stray Kids is dropping their second Japanese album, and I'm so excited for that. Like, all their Japanese music is so freaking good. I love the rock, I love the metal, I love, well, is it really EDM? I mean, there are hints of EDM in their music. Well, hints. Sometimes it is a lot. But I just love the way how they experiment with their Japanese music, and it really fits the Japanese market as well. Anyway, I digress. I'm also very excited for Jin from BTS, his mini album release this Friday. And what are some other stuff that I want to talk about? Well, definitely language studies. I am working on a lot of Korean this week. I've started already yesterday and over the weekend. I just want to get onto, and of course there's a loud noise, so I forgot immediately what I wanted to say. Okay, this is the funny thing. Whenever I'm editing a vlog and I am complaining about a loud noise, most of the times the camera doesn't even pick it up. I have the feeling I'm just saying it, but no, it was actually there. Anyway, I'm really excited for his album also. Oh no, I was already at the language studies part. Yes, so I want to learn and study as much Korean this year as I can, because next year I want to move to Chinese and also Italian. And with Korean being on a higher level, it makes it possible to be a beginner level in other languages. But of course that takes time, because Korean, here's the funny thing about it. Sometimes I'm still in the beginner level, and sometimes I have an advanced level of thinking about a Korean sentence structure. However, because I don't know all the grammar rules, I'm still a beginner, and personally I am definitely still a beginner because there are so many things that I don't understand. However, about the understanding part, I am starting to understand Korean dramas and also YouTube shows so much better. So my listening skills are definitely getting better. But yeah, I need to up my game, so that's also what I'm gonna do this week, together with some German. So I have no idea how this is gonna go over, so my plan is, as of right now, that I'm gonna study Korean either in the morning or in the early afternoon, and then German at night when I'm reading, because German is not something that I learn in a class or by book, so I'm literally just reading. Because I am already at a higher level in German, even though my speaking skills are far away from being advanced, my reading skills are definitely on the advanced side. And I know as long as I keep on reading and also reading out loud, it really helps my speaking skills. This is also the way how I actually learned English. Fun fact. So that is something that I'm gonna do. Also, I want to look up the materials, how I want to study Chinese and also Italian next year. These languages, by the way, they have a work purpose. So I need them to do my work and job better. I don't need to know everything. I don't even need to be intermediate at any time soon. If I am just at a beginner level in these languages and just know some phrases, some words, some sentences, I'm already good to go. This is just to help me get my work done easier, because the people I work with are Italian and Chinese, and also from some other countries, but those languages I already speak, so I'm good to go with that. Anyway, this is just me waiting for Stray Kids to drop their album. I'm sorry, but was anyone aware that the Seraphim was gonna drop a pre-release for their up-and-coming Japanese album? Like, what? I was just talking about Stray Kids and now we are having another Japanese drop. I am really happy though. It looks really fun, and I love that they had a lot of fun with astrology for this one. Wow, just wow. Anyway, let's just watch Giant by Stray Kids. Ever since November started, for some reason I have been out of the reading groove. In October I was reading a lot for work, and the last two manuscripts I read for work, they were amazing. So amazing that I got in a book hangover, and now 2 weeks of November have passed, and my friend told me, like, why are you not picking up a manga, because that's less daunting than to pick up a book. So I will take his advice, and these are the candidates for hopefully getting me back into the reading groove. First up, we've got a manga that I haven't started this series of. So this is Those Not So Sweet Boys. Then we have My Happy Marriage, volume 4, I believe. Yes, 4. I love sunflowers. Sunflowers make me happy. Anyway, and then we have volume 5 of The Apothecary Diaries. So if I really want to be safe, this one makes the most sense to read first, but then again, the books that were giving me a book hangover were romance novels, and this one is a romance. So maybe this is the one. But then again, maybe I should do something completely different, and this is the one. So, I'm torn. I don't know where to start, but on the other hand, this is the last My Happy Marriage that is out as of far. I read the mangas in German to better my German skills, and the 5th volume comes out when I am on certain travels that I will talk about later. I honestly cannot wait for those travels. So if I read this one, I finished a series. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna read a page from each manga and then decide that way. I don't know how else to do this. This is a very tough decision. Oh, these are bookish nerd problems. It's Thursday already. Like, how did that even happen? But here we are. I want to talk about Stray Kids and their Giant album before I move into the next piece of news that was just delivered, and I'm like, this is a lot, y'all, but here we are. Anyway, I am filming this at night because it is getting so dark nowadays, and when I try to film during the day, the problem is it is really dark, but the light, if I put on like the normal lights, it doesn't look great. So here we are. And yeah, let's just get into it because it has been a lot today. Also with Taylor Swift dropping some new things and whatnot. Okay, Giant is such a great song. I love that it starts with it on this album, especially because Chick Chick Boom follows it, and that was originally a Korean song from their last album. Yes, and it is a great song, but to put it on an album that, especially since this is a Japanese album, that would have made no sense. So I love that they started with Giant. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Oh, I have a light bulb moment. I just realized that they started with Mountains on 8, their last album, and then with Chick Chick Boom, and now we have Giant, and then Chick Chick Boom. Am I decoding something right now? Yes, I am. It has the same kind of flow. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, great start of the album. Then we go further into the album with Night and Falling Up. Again, heavy rock sound, which I love. This rock girly is very happy right now. And then we have Why, and all these 3 songs, they were pre-released, and Why was already kind of, well, it wasn't exactly released, but we knew of the existence of the song during the 5-star Dome tour in Japan. Seriously guys, I need, like, I don't even own a Blu-ray, but I need the Blu-ray and I want the limited edition because I want to see that concert. It looked so amazing. Maybe a Christmas present to myself because it is quite expensive. But yeah, I really want to see that concert. Anyway, why it was actually released, well, released in quotation marks, during that concert. And Night and Falling Up, those are the opening and credits song of Tower of God, and that is an anime if you didn't know that. And the funny thing is, they have done this before, being an opening song, I believe, for the same anime. I like that because Night and Falling Up, they are so anime coded, and if there is one thing we know about the guys, that most of them are very hardcore anime fans. So yeah, I love that that's also on this album. And basically all these songs are quite rock. Well, quite, I mean, they pretty much all are, right? So yeah, me is happy. Then we go to Seiyan. Okay, I had to listen to the opening of Seiyan because it is so good with those guitars and it is so hand-coded. I love it. It's so good. Also, what I love about Seiyan, and this is just crediting the three Ratcha members, especially Bang Chan, when it comes down to highlighting members, their voices. It is so well-rounded and it just sounds so properly when it comes down to Hyunjin and Felix, and then Hyunjin is somewhere else. He is finishing a sound of Sungmin, I believe, and Lino. And I love the attention for details on this song. It's wow. And then we have this Japanese titled song that honestly I have no idea what the English title is, so I will look it up for the deep dive. And then we have finally a Christmas song again with Christmas Love, which is so funny because Bang Chan himself said that he rather not write about love, especially when it goes to romantic love. The first time he did something like that was Case 143, which is quite incredible because that album came out in 2022 and that was already quite a few albums into their discography. But yeah, I love that we got another Christmas song. And then we have Night and Falling Up, the English version. They also made a Korean version, but that isn't on this album, which makes sense because this is a Japanese album. But I love the rock. Truly love it. I also love that there is a sneaky Christmas song on there because on other albums, well, when they did do a Christmas song in the past, it got its own album. But yeah, I love this so much. It's so rock, it's so anime, it's so for the Japanese market, I also want to say. And if you didn't know yet, I love Japanese music when it comes down to their rock sound. It's totally my cup of tea. On Friday the 13th of December, Stray Kids will drop their Skiz Hop hip tape called Hop. Wow, that was a mouthful, but the spelling is quite interesting because it is literally Skiz Hop. That's one word. And then we go to the second word, that's hip tape. Sorry, if you hear something in the background, that is the washing machine going off. Anyway, hip tape, that is kind of like mix tape. So we can be safe to say, I guess, that it is gonna be an hip-hop mixtape. No idea if that's gonna be true, but it makes sense, right? I mean, why else call it an hop hip? No, wait, it is hip-hop. Oh no. Now I'm confused. Anyway, it still spells in some way hip-hop. So yes, I'm very excited for this one. It is probably not gonna be a true comeback because it is a mixtape, and I don't know, they are also in the middle of their world tour. I am already surprised that they dropped a Japanese album. Well, I kind of expected it to be, but still, I mean, it's a lot. And I'm really happy for the guys because they are really going for it. And also, I love, like I also said before, they are growing so much. It's Friday, and that means that Happy, the mini album of Jin, dropped with Running Wild as the title track. And I have to say, after watching the whole music video a couple of times, I think it's really funny that it still has this sci-fi theme going on. I'm wondering if it means something else because, well, before he had his military service, he dropped The Astronaut, a single album. And it was very obvious a sci-fi theme. But it still continues into his mini album. And I'm honestly wondering if this was already planned before he went into service or if it was just feeling right to continue the storyline. Anyway, the song so far I like the most of the mini album is still I Will Be There. It just feels like a warm hug, and I love the guitars, I love the lyrics, and yeah, it's still my fave. Also, I'm currently watching Taylor Swift because I am just doing and running some errands, well, running some errands mostly online. It also kind of has to do with the fact that Taylor Swift had a merch drop, and I bought something. And that will arrive hopefully during this vlog because I'm so excited for what I got. I also bought myself something else, and that is basically me giving myself a birthday present. I got myself this bracelet. It is from Olivia Rodrigo from her Guts World Tour merch drop. And the thing is, I was planning to go to the World Tour, but, well, I had a name change, and that was happening around the same time as the World Tour. So when she came in the Netherlands, that was somewhere in May. And yeah, by May, my name could have been changed. So I didn't want to take the risk, get tickets, and then probably had the wrong name on there. So yeah. I was gutted, non pun intended, that I couldn't attend the concert, so I don't know, I really like that this can be a nice memory of me watching the movie on Netflix. I'm really thankful that concert movies are a thing again because this was definitely a way to make me feel included even though I couldn't have been there. And yeah, I just really like this bracelet. It's definitely my colors, and also I love the charms itself. I'm so excited for this to come in as well. It's Monday, so here's the thing. I didn't film over the weekend because as of today, 2 weeks from now, I will be going on an adventure. And even though I've done everything to prepare for that adventure itself, there were some things that I had to do because I will be gone for quite some time. For example, I bought my mom birthday presents. Yes, because it will be a long trip. I can already say that now because I've been talking about it bits and bobs here and there, but I will talk more about it when I will be actually gone and hopefully can, for the very first time, travel vlog. Let's hope it all works out. Anyway, so I had all these small errands. Also, like, I wanted to get some merch because of all the merch drops. Yo, it has been overwhelming. Everything that has been coming out from music. This makes me remember actually that I even haven't listened to these because they also had a comeback last Friday. Like, I can't even wrap my head around all this. And then my faves came out with music and I had to process that. So this weekend I was like, I have a feeling that I have a system crash if I'm actually gonna try talking about it. So let's just chill out, have my wild Saturday nights like usual. And we'll just see. So here we are sitting down, And I want to talk quickly about Jinhee's album. I Will Be There is still my favorite song. I really like Jinhee's vocals. He has grown so much, which is insane because he has been in the military for a year and a half. And even though he has been out of the military now for a couple of months, I think it's still impressive, the use of vocals and how he created this album. I mean, there's a team, of course, but I still think that is quite intense because I saw that he basically gave a concert last weekend. Like, I mean, yeah, he actually also did that right out of military discharge. Like, how did he do that? My brain even freezes by just the thought of that, but he just does it. It's insane. So I Will Be There also feels like a very special song to me because it feels like he has always been there, even when he wasn't. Wow, that was a lot to process. Let's move on to Giant from Stray Kids, because this album has been on repeat ever since it came out. Like, I did listen to Jin, but that was very much it. Besides that, I only listened to Giant. And there is seriously no skip. I can't even choose my favorite. They are all so good. I do, however, think that it's so funny that Christmas Love is the last song. I mean, it does fit. It wouldn't have fitted anywhere else on the track list. But it just makes me smile every time when I hear it, and I just like that they always make these special Christmas songs. And other than that, I have nothing else to say. Besides that, I just genuinely love this album, and it honestly makes me want to collect their Japanese albums, the same together with Le Sserafim, their Japanese albums, just because of the extra work they always put in, especially Stray Kids. Even when I watched some clips of their Tokyo Dome of last weekend, those concerts were insane. That is definitely one thing on my bucket list, to ever see a concert of Stray Kids in Japan. I don't care where, as long as it is gonna be fun, and I just know it's gonna be fun because they always put something extra in their performances in Japan, and they have so many Japanese songs, and it just looks insane to me. Too many things are happening all at once. Stray Kids just announced their Skiz Hop Hip Tape track list. Still, it's a mouthful. Anyway, I am not necessarily surprised about their solo songs that they're gonna be on here. These are the songs that are currently performed on their world tour. It really makes me happy that they all get a chance to shine. And then we have 4 new songs. One is a hip version of the title track, Walking on Water. Then we have Bounce Back and You featuring Tableau. And this one really makes me excited. Besides that, this is an amazing artist. This song was already announced well over a year ago during their 5-star era, I believe. So I'm really happy that this song is finally gonna come out. If you thought, well, that was everything, no, of course not. Because, boom, they are finally coming to Europe. And we only have 5 dates. This is gonna be a nightmare to get tickets to. Like, I am gonna work so incredibly hard to get a ticket for them for the Netherlands or Frankfurt. It depends. I'm gonna go with a friend. But, and she's German, so that's why Frankfurt. But, yeah, this is gonna be intense. Wish me luck. It's the next day, and if you're currently thinking, well, she looks tired, well, I am tired because I had quite a work day. A really good work day, I want to say. And I have some positive news that I hope to share in the future, but for now my lips are sealed. However, I was also planning on filming multiple videos and also video clips for this one. But yeah, it didn't work out because all those meetings and other work stuff were very impromptu and because of the good news. So yeah, I will put on an album reaction. I mean, it's not like you will notice, it's in the end of the video, so you're like, well, it was always supposed to be there, but no, here we are. Anyway, I did got something else that's also good news and that I can share, and that is a package arrived. Miss Swift is here. I got the pink tour shirt, the 23-24 with, yeah, well, that is exactly the 23 because it started in Sydney. I wanted to get this shirt ever since it came out, but then I was like, well, since I already have to pay for shipping, let me get something else with it. So I was waiting until something else drops, and that was in the holiday merch drop that I was like, yes, I really would like that. And it's one of my favorite things ever. And it is the Reputation sweater, Starry Eyes Sparking Up My Darkest Nights. I also really like that the sleeves have a line of the song on there, and then also some sparklers over there, and in the back it says Taylor Swift. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And I also saw that my Olivia Rodrigo charm bracelet should be arriving somewhere this week, so hopefully that will all be in time together with the album review, so I can edit this video and put it up so you can watch it. But yeah, it has been a week. I mean, a good week, because I got a lot of time also to listen to music. Just so you know, I will be definitely buying Stray Kids their Japanese albums. They are so flipping good and they stick in my head so well. Wow. So whenever my first paycheck hit of this new project that I've been working on, it will go partly to Japanese albums. Just so you know. Welcome to the wrap up part of this video. So here's the thing. It's actually a week later than the last time I filmed, and the reason why is very positive, honestly. But yeah, one of the reasons is something that I already put into the community tab. If you haven't seen yet, well, here you go. This is gonna be the last vlog in this format. I'm gonna change it up, and it's definitely gonna be for the better. I've been studying for the past few weeks how I want to get better at filming, how I want to change parts of the content, because the thing is, my life is currently changing really fast. And instead of saying, well, you know what, I'm gonna quit vlogging, because from time to time it really depends on the kind of video that I put out. Sometimes my videos are watched like hundreds, and sometimes I'm already happy when I get 10 views. Honestly, I'm always happy with any views because I never expected it to be that many, especially because I just restarted this channel to get better at video editing, understanding storytelling on video much better. So many things that I wanted to learn. So I am honestly so grateful for all of you who are watching my channel, and yeah, so thank you. Anyway, I still want to continue filming even though my life is changing drastically. Something that I really like about filming is that you have a way of storytelling that you can watch back so easily, and I absolutely love it. So I decided that I'm just gonna keep on doing this, and I want to bring you guys along with this ride. I'm also investing more in my socials, so if you don't follow my Instagram, please do, because over there a lot of things are also gonna change, and I'm just really happy with everything. Anyway, I want to get back into something that I said in the introduction of this video. Well, I had some time off. I was researching study books of languages that I want to learn next year. Two of those languages are Chinese and Italian. And the thing is, with Chinese, I've been looking for study books, but I needed more for business purposes and also in the field that I'm working in. So as of right now, even though I did find a couple of books that I'm interested in, I am gonna check in later regarding to that, because I know at the start of next year new language books will be introduced, And I'm curious if there is a book that's more fitting for me, especially in my case because I want to use it for business and the specifics to my field. So I'm gonna hold off on Chinese. I'm also gonna hold off as of right now for Italian. I've decided that I'm first gonna study Italian by language apps before I'm gonna get into a book, because I already have quite a good base in French, and the French and the Italian languages, they have a lot in common with each other. So I am wondering if I can speed up parts of the process of learning Italian because I already have a broad knowledge of French. And the funny thing is, as well with Italian, I'm also needing it for work. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit different than when you have to learn it for school educational purposes. So here we are. The charm bracelet of the Olivia Rodrigo Guts Tour merch got in. If it wants to focus. Aw, no, it doesn't want to focus. I'm so sorry. Oh, here we go. Right? No, it's still a little bit blurry. I mean, you can definitely get a better look on her website. But it's so freaking sturdy. And it's so well made. I did, however, wish this was hard enamel instead of soft. But nevertheless, I really like these details. It's so freaking cute. And I also have to tell you guys that I fell for the Black Friday trap of the Taylor Swift merch. So I got more. It isn't in yet. Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't fall for the Black Friday trap. There were some pieces that I really wanted from the Taylor Swift merch line, but I thought they were a little bit too expensive for the price that they were on the website. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna wait until there is hopefully one day a sale and then get it. So I got the blue sweater of the 1989. I got a purple Midnights t-shirt, and I got the Tortured Poets hat black. And because I was one of the first people to get into the Black Friday action, I also got the golden necklace of the Tortured Poets department as well. Unfortunately, the package will come in after this video went live, so that's why I'm just telling you guys what I got. The next thing, oh, okay, so here's the thing. I wrote a list down here, and I am so excited to announce the next part. I'm gonna see Stray Kids in Amsterdam, and I'm not just gonna see them. I got VIP. So here's the thing. Yesterday, from when I'm filming this bit, we had the European sale of the DominATE tour. And it was hectic in a way, but also not really, because when I logged in, I was number 27,000. Yes, 3 zeros behind the first 2 numbers. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna get tickets because I know that there is a capacity of at least 55,000, but it's gonna be really hard when you are number 27,000 in line. But the friend that I'm going with, she was number 5,000, so we were like, you're gonna make it. Even if every person before you in line is gonna get 4 tickets, you still will be able to get tickets. And she did. We were happy, like freaking out. I couldn't believe it. And then I was like, you know what? I am gonna look up where we're gonna sit in the seating plan. So I did that. And then I saw a different queue for VIP that was added later. And I was like, that's strange, because they told us before that it would all be in the same queue, VIP and the normal tickets. Yeah, they lied. And I was like, oh. So I clicked on it. No line. I got the 2 tickets in my basket, texted my friends, I've got 50 minutes as of right now. Do you want VIP? Yes or no? She was like, yes? Hold on. There are VIP tickets still left? And I was like, girl, yeah. And these seats are next to each other. So we are in luck because we saw so many stories after we got our tickets of people who bought tickets but are not seated next to each other. They got two random tickets. That's not our case. We are sitting next to each other. We have VIP and we got VIP for a very good price. So we are like, okay, this is amazing. So let's go. And I still couldn't believe it because I wasn't nervous or I didn't have the time to be shocked about that we got tickets because the line was at a certain point moving really fast because she was number 5,000. And then me getting the VIP tickets was just dumb luck. I still can't believe it because of this. Like, if I would have gone through all the emotions of being nervous, but I didn't even have time to be that because I saw the tickets, grabbed them, and we're going next year. I'm so excited that I'm finally gonna see the boys live. Yeah. Anyway, talking about that, let's move on to the next chapter of this video, and that is music. So much music has been coming out. Like, I don't even know how to digest it. I've said it before many times in this video alone because too much is happening. And I'm just gonna say it. Next week I am gonna go on an adventure. I believe I did say that part, but this adventure means a lot of traveling. So I decided that I will just download all the albums that I want to have a closer listen to, and then during that ride I will just zoom out and just listen to this music because I want to enjoy my music, and I think that's a great way of doing that. I'm gonna be in the train, so it's even better because you see the landscape just moving past you. It's gonna be lovely. I really like Jin, his music. I'm really surprised about his vocal growth and his ability to show so many sides of him, but also stay really close to the core, especially of the last things that he put out before he went into the military. I think that's so fascinating. Also about all the other BTS boys, it's gonna be grand when they have a comeback again. I mean, that's probably will be in 2026, and if not, if it's even moved up later, that's totally fine because these boys, they have to grow back to each other, but also now again with a grown-up voice. Not only like the singing voice, but in general the voice. And I think it's gonna be really interesting to see that all coming together when they have pursued other activities and also learn more about, well, their vocal cords and everything like that. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Now I want to talk about and go back to Stray Kids, but this time Giant. Okay, I basically wrote a whole script again, like I always do. Well, this isn't as big as I normally do, so let's get to it. First up, Giant. So their MV is quite a bit different from what they have ever done before, but the way how it still fits in their lore, I think it's really interesting. And please don't ask me any questions about that lore because it's the most complicated lore of all of K-pop that I have encountered so far. Even though I've done so much research, there is still so much to be explored. Also with their next album that will come out, Hop, it has a lot of meaning, and I love how we now get all the boys in their solo eras. But it does bug me that we have the blue and the red. I want to say green, I don't know why, but the blue and the red is coming together, And we know that the green, no wait, why am I saying again the green? I'm so fixated on that. The blue and the red storylines, they are coming together in a certain way, which does leave us with the green. And maybe there are even more. It's really interesting. Anyway, in the MV, you see that each of the kids is bringing their own egg. And I have the feeling this stands for their specialness, their talents. But when they all come together, they create this one big egg that represents Stray Kids. I love how such a strong image that is, and also that it is Bang Chan who is carrying that egg. That is so much symbolism. I also really like the wordplay with Jai ants, like it's a giant ant because they are representing ants at that moment. However, the thing is, ants are small but can carry a lot of weight, but also by themselves. But an ant can survive on their own. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I had to look this up. And when they all work together, that's how they survive. And that, I have the feeling, is representing Stray Kids again, that they are stronger together. When I started diving into the lyrics, it's interesting to see that they are talking about when personality traits becomes fixed once you are in the latter half of your 20s, because most of the guys are entering that era, that stage of their lives. Like the oldest ones are already there, but even the youngest ones are getting there pretty soon. The lyrics are also talking about ambition, working hard, keep coming back stronger. It sounds that they are proud of how they are growing up, and they should be. It's also really interesting to see this kind of growth after we had the last Japanese comeback, Social Path, which deals with a lot of insecurities, but now they are coming back stronger. I really like when there is such a build up in a comeback, and that they are keep building onto the last thing that they did. Then we go to Chick Chick Boom, Japanese version. I love it on this album. It's such a strong song that fits the concept of this album so well. And then we entered the moment that my camera said, "You filmed for too long, so I'm just gonna cut you off." But we left with Night and Falling Up. These songs were both made for the anime Top. They have done this before, but I really like that they did it one more time and that it got on this album. So what I wrote down was that I love how strong and powerful both songs sound. I also like that these kinds of releases make it on the album. In general, an OST doesn't make it on an album, and that is such a pity, since these kind of songs deserve more recognition, since there is so much work put into these songs. Then the next up is Why, and this song dropped so randomly a couple of months ago as the theme song for the Japanese television drama Revenge Yakubu Nahati ni. I don't have anything more to add than what I also said about the previous two songs. Yes, I just like that they bring OSTs on their albums. Then we go to Sayan. The guitar had me hooked. This song feels like what comes after Giant. In the lyrics you can read that they constantly want to push boundaries and are making direct comments to certain people who want to bring them down. And we have seen that a lot. Especially if you are stay, you have seen some pretty bad things over the last few months. Last few years, I think. I think the big hate train started after... Well, they always had a lot of hate, just because of the way how they as a team are built. It's very different from a lot of other groups, and they rose to fame pretty quickly at a certain point, and yeah, with that came a lot of hate, unfortunately. And then we go to the next song with a Japanese title, but the English translation is Love is Painful. Again, that guitar, y'all. The vocals in the song are next level. How they all bring it together on a track that has very intense lyrics, like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, they outdid themselves with those songs. Cyan, Love is Painful, they have grown up so much. Then we go to the last song on the album, Christmas Love. I mean, imagine a park somewhere in Japan where you can hear this song every 15 minutes. Don't imagine it, because that is actually happening at this moment. And I love that, especially since this song feels like it's made for stays. With the hidden 143 message. Like, it was so cleverly put in there. I like when everything just fits right in, and it's so good. This song is a strong contrast to their Christmas Evil era, but Christmas Love sounds very loving with an almost musical play kind of vibe, and I like that it still fits the guys, because we know that they are quite theatrical, and even though they have such a strong and manly, I must say, image, this song still fits because they also have this playful side to them. Anyway, I am in love with this album. It's so good. It's on repeat every single day since it came out. And I'm also really happy now that I got my VIP tickets. Like, how? Anyway, I really hope that you liked this video. It was a little bit all over the place. I am sorry for that, but I promise that I will come back stronger and with this new concept that I'm really excited for. And I hope that you're gonna enjoy the journey that I'm gonna go on. And if you want to stay up to date, please follow my Instagram. You can also read my blog if you like the written word a lot. And I hope to see you next time. Okay, bye!